our headlines today, we have physical fitness, health in developing nations, credit access, and political polarization. Greetings to you all and welcome to MJ Live at 9 p.m. I am Joan Mwaneki, bringing you the best of the news stories, and I'll be with you for the next 25 minutes. Stay tuned. At this particular time, we go direct to discussing physical fitness. As we all know, it feels good to be physical fit and healthy. We all know that health is a state of well-being, free from injury and illness, and there are so many ways that can be used to achieve health and physical fitness. And especially in this current generation where non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension threatens to claim the lives of many, and this is what we are focusing on. We all know that physical fitness is a state of well-being, free from injury and illness, and there are so many ways to achieve health and physical fitness, and especially in this current generation where non-communicable diseases like diabetes and hypertension threatens to claim the lives of many. And this is exactly what we are focusing on now. Our correspondent tells us more about this.
Physical fitness, now defined as the body's ability to function efficiently and effectively in work and leisure activities, not only at a set point in time, but at various ages and stages within a person's life cycle. The key in finding optimum health within the limits of one's lifestyle in order to be able to resist hypokinetic diseases. Those conditions that occur because of a sedentary lifestyle. Examples would include obesity, complications arising from obesity such as diabetes. In case you did not know that physical fitness is one of the most important things, if you want a healthy living, it is time to know that.
Please join our conversation through our social media platforms, Instagram at Joan Mwaneki, Twitter at Joan Mwaneki, Facebook at Joan Mwaneki, or you can send us a text message through 0112 639 661. Joining us live is Dan Otieno, who is a physical fitness coach, and we are going to find out a few things from him. You're welcome, Dan. It has always been said that physical fitness is one of the most important things as long as we live. Can you please explain to us about that?
Okay, when it comes to fitness, one thing it promotes you having strong muscles and bones, and as you age, as human beings age, there's something called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the loss of flesh, and by you working out, mostly on doing strength training, which incorporates you lifting weights and doing a little cardio to help you gain more muscle, and with that you'll not be able to lose more muscles as you age. And another thing with fitness, it helps you improve your cardiovascular and maintain your weight, and also avoid chronic diseases and diabetes too, and also with endurance growing, whereby you'll be able even to walk for more distance without you getting tired. And also when it comes to regular activities, normal to normal day activities, you'll find yourself even becoming more stronger, and also you don't tend to getting tired that much. Yeah.
Which body exercises are the most important and the most effective?
Okay, I may not say that we have a specific exercise that you need to do, but what I'll just advise is you staying active and making sure that you exercise regularly, being consistent, and just being disciplined and watching your diet, and with all that, trust me, you'll be able to maintain good health and also maintain your weight, and trust me, with time it also improve on when it comes to our life, whereby we're told that our life is shortened. If you tend to work out, you increase your livelihood. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dan, for taking time to be with us and telling us about physical fitness. The health system in the developing countries is one of the most affected sectors in the world. People in developing nations tend to have less access to health services compared to those in better off nations. The health system in the developing countries is one of the most affected sectors in the world. People living in the developing countries tend to have less access to health services compared to people living in the better off nations. They mostly suffer from insufficient financial human resources, limited institutional infrastructure, and weak information health systems. Our correspondent sheds more light on this.
Developing countries face multiple health challenges. Besides, the diseases common to all countries such as diabetes and cancer face an additional disease burden related to their geography and poverty. These include tropical diseases such as malaria, dengue fever, schistosomiasis, a waterborne disease due to unclean drinking water, respiratory diseases due to indoor air pollution from cooking and heating with solid fuels. Poverty not only excludes people from benefits of health systems, but also restrict them from participating in decisions that affect their health. This is Job Indeche reporting from MJ Live.
Joining us live is Celestine Sifa, who is a medical practitioner, and let's get to hear what she has to say about this. How would you describe the health situation in the developing nations?
So, I'm going to say, for example, our country, Kenya, our health system is fairly bad regarding to the state, because we have so many challenges, and I'd say we really have a lot.
What are the greatest challenges facing the health care in developing countries now and in future?
So one, corruption due to embezzlement of funds that is supposed to be challenged in developing our health system. Two is lack of essential equipment that is necessary in saving lives. And then three, there's lack of medication. So there aren't enough medications. For example, in diseases that affect women, for instance, HIV, we have instances of that, so shortages in medication. And then we also have shortages of facilities. If you check in the rural areas, there are a few medical facilities, so it takes a lot of walking for someone to access help, which shouldn't be okay. They should be able to access help whenever one is in need. And then another one is health workers often stray every now and then, especially in the public sector, leaving people to opt for private sector, which is very, very expensive. Yeah, so for me, I feel
What do you think are the impact of politics in the health system of developing nations?
I think the government has a major role to play in developing the healthcare system. Because one, they should be involved in pooling of resources, that's through budget and raising funds that is necessary in developing the healthcare. Two, they should also be involved in guiding the allocation of resources equally in order to develop our healthcare system. And I think lastly, they should be able to purchase the necessary equipment necessary in healthcare.
Credit access coming up on the program after the break.
The Deep Hit Studio, the one and only show that highlights cool sports. Cool sports activities.
Access to loans and to the lines of credit is a very good sign of a healthy economy and a future growth indication. Growth helps to lift more people from poverty and give opportunities for rise of employment. Access to loans and lines of credit is a very good sign of a healthy economy and a future growth indication. Growth helps to lift more people from poverty and opportunities for the rise of employment. So close attention to credit access is crucial to fighting against poverty. Our correspondent with more.
Credit cards were once considered a luxury, but now it is a necessity. This is because credit cards are what help you address your emergency needs as well as lifestyle upgradation. This occurs especially for young earners who have just started their career and earn modest income. And on the other side, loans are playing their parts too. Edwin Oma reporting from MJ Live.
Joining me live is Jonathan Ruto, who is an accountant and has worked for several years in different circles. And let's get to hear what he has to say about his. Welcome, Ruto.
Thank you for having me, John.
Do you think that access to loans and credit lines is crucial to monitoring the fight against poverty?
In my opinion, I think giving Kenyans access to loans and credit will literally help in fighting poverty. Since most of these guys do have business ideas, but they do lack source of funding. So easy access to loans and credit will help them.
Since Kenyans can easily access loans, how can these improve the lives of Kenyans living below the poverty line?
In my opinion, I think access to loans and credit depends on the discipline of the guy who is accessing the loan. Maybe one will decide to invest well and get good returns, but the other one will squander the money or misuse it, and it won't be a positive thing.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, for finding time to talk to us about this. We are so glad that we heard you. Thank you so much. The coronavirus pandemic has shielded the Kenyan society from national initiative due to the new political divisions that the government is focusing on. In the past, fragmented political elites occasionally came together during national emergencies until the arrival of COVID-19 virus in mid-March. Our correspondent is shedding more light on this. The Nation Media Group, and let's get straight to what he has to say about this. You're very welcome, Faustin.
Thank you so much, John.
Why do you think that the coronavirus has come along with a lot of political divisions that have not been existing before?
Thank you, John. So, the political divisions that we are seeing, I can start with the global scene where the COVID-19 vaccine disparity has actually created a division in the global geopolitics, whereby you find that Africa, for instance, and all low and middle income earning countries are finding it difficult to access vaccines. And the first world, which are the developed economies, are manufacturing them and they are harboring them and they are hoarding them. And they're telling these African governments that they must pay to get these vaccines. Rather, if they don't want to pay, then they must get somebody to pay up the amount for them. And I think that is creating a division between the third world and the first world. Locally, I may say the thing is a bit messy. You saw what happened at Kemsom. You saw what happened with county governments. People are being told to use protective equipment, but such equipment were only available in particular counties. And these counties are run by politicians, governors who are politicians. and you find that only those counties that are closer to Nairobi City County were at an advantage, and that means counties far from Nairobi were struggling to get these protective equipment and even the vaccines in their hospitals. So you would hear the politicians from such counties, the senators, the MCAs and the governors are criticizing the national government. Why are you not giving us these vaccines? Why are you not giving us protective equipment in our hospitals? Why are you marginalizing us? So counties as far as Mandera, Wajir and Lamu and to the western point of West Pokot were marginally far from counties closer to Nairobi such as Nakuru, Kiambu, Kajiado and Machakos, which had a first access to this equipment because they are closer to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, where all vaccines and all protective equipment are being brought to.
What are the effects of COVID-19 on political divisions?
So the effect of COVID on political divisions is huge, and it's huge in this way. You have seen those huge rallies in counties such as Kisumu and Mombasa, and yes, people are getting out, but they are not getting out to attend these rallies with confidence. They are still afraid, but residents of Nairobi City County, where we have seen the biggest percentage of vaccination, people are more ready to step out and attend political rallies, even sometimes the whole day, because they feel with two vaccinations they are better off. They can fight the virus better than those who have not been vaccinated.
Who do you think is to be blamed for the COVID-19 scandals?
The question of blame now lingers on actually everybody, because we can see what governments are doing, what the international community is doing. So instead of the high-handedness that we saw with the Ministry of Health, instead of blaming the government that we are not getting vaccines, I think county chiefs or other governors can find or would have found a better way to request for shots of the COVID vaccine and even the protective equipment in hospitals. So when it comes to blaming people, I really don't like blaming anyone. I really want everyone to take their responsibility with a lot of accountability, and know that this is my job. My job is to protect the lives of Kenyans. MPs should know also that our job is to create bills. So they would have created a bill that advocated for equity in the supply of protective equipment and these vaccines, and also following up and ensuring that people get vaccinated. The biggest part of this should be the citizens themselves. So they should know that they have to get vaccinated. They should not wait for the Ministry of Health to announce or to ask them or to force them to get vaccinated. They should know the importance of getting vaccinated. They should know that that boosts their immunity and that boosts their survival. And when you have a strong labor force, the economy progresses. So on the part of health workers, they should do more. They should see more hard work in pushing or helping people get vaccinated. Yes. So I know that the president did his part and the top political party did their part, but in the counties is where we had a problem. So I think county governments can do better, because 70% of Kenyans live in the rural areas, and that is also the place where we have the highest percentages of people who have not been vaccinated. Yes.
How will be the upcoming general elections be affected by the ongoing pandemic?
Now that Kenya has declared that people can move in public without face masks, and also and also told them that what they can do is wash hands and maintain cleanliness. I think nothing much will change from previous elections because the campaign trail now is at full speed. It's gaining momentum in every county, and people have forgotten whether there was COVID-19 3 months ago, whether we had the restrictions 3 months ago. So people and campaign trails won't be affected by the pandemic because of the government announcement and the directive that people should not wear masks in public. So I think the pandemic won't affect campaigns or elections, and people will turn out in large numbers to vote without the fear of being infected. Even families where members died of COVID-19 have forgotten about that because Kenya's political scene is a life and death.
Thank you so much for Singila for finding time to join us and talk to us about this. We are glad. Have a nice time. I can see that I have some comments and some feedback from some of you, and I'm just going to read a few for now. Faith Mwende says that the government has to come clean about the coronavirus pandemic. Okay. I also have Bonfrey Mwaneki saying that, Joanne, I think that the credit access story should be discussed for quite some time because it's an issue that we need to get deep into. Nice. I also have Tina Onkanki saying that I have been struggling for the past few years with physical fitness, and I think it's the high time for me to get serious, having had that has been said by Dan. Thank you so much for sending in your feedbacks. Thank you so much for staying with me. Have a good evening.